So there was one more important thing that I wanted to discuss with you. It is about line of credit. So it is a financial concept. If you don't like financial things or financial videos, so you can, just skip this video. But if you do like finance and banking, then I would suggest you just bear with me. And then in a very short video, I would, like to show you the value of line of credit. Line of credit. What is a line of credit? So first of all, it is, in the Canadian banking system. It is about Canadian banking system. It is, there in the world also, but I am majorly focusing only on Canadian banking system. In Canadian banks, there are different types of products like bank account, credit cards, line of credit, mortgages. So I believe most you know about these products like checking account, credit cards and house loan. So line of credit is also a very, useful product. It can be used as an emergency fund. So one important point is that, and it will be very useful for those people who have, good credit and good income source. And I have noticed that people who are making good money or who have good credit score, they don't, go for line of credit. So they have their valid points because they think their life is secure, they are making good money, they don't need anything, any additional liability. So sometimes they don't take this facility. But what I have, heard, or what I have observed, when in life, when the circumstances are good, everything is good. You don't have a line of credit, that's fine, you can manage your life. But when things go wrong, right, one can lose their job, there could be a, life event in the family, there could be a sad moment in the family, there could be, divorce, separation, tons of things. When a person goes through the downfall of his life, so the same person who earlier avoided having line of credit, and later on, now that person, he has missed some bill payments and there is no income because he is depressed, sad, emotionally, vulnerable. So there are so many things, right? So at this point, he goes to bank and then, apply for a line of credit. But what happens now? Because he hasn't paid his bill, he is not doing any job. So at this point, bank might decline this application. So now that person needs, some financial assistance, and the sad part is that that person is not eligible. So the main point about line of credit is that when you are making good money and when you have a good credit score, always keep at least, one or two line of credits from different banks, and just keep it as an emergency fund. There is no need to use it because it is a very useful facility. If you are not using any funds from the line of credit, then you don't pay any interest, and there is no annual fee, there is no any activation cost. You don't get charged for anything if you don't use it. So there is no harm in applying for a line of credit and keeping it in your banking as a safe, safe emergency fund. You can access it in case, you don't have any other income source, there are no, help from anybody else. Then you have your own funds that you can depend on, and it helps you to pass that, difficult time period of 6 months or 1 year or maybe a few months. And you can again rebuild your life, you can again get a new job, and you can again pay the balance or the interest of line of credit. So very useful facility, everybody should have it. If you are a student, I'm not sure whether you are eligible for it, but if you are under work permit, if you are under a PR program, or if you are a Canadian citizen, then definitely go for it and apply for a line of credit. Very useful to keep it. And also, if interest rate varies, there is no fixed interest rates. Interest rate varies from person to person based on their income and credit score. So those are, later considerations. But the first thing is to keep a line of credit. And also, once you keep it and you don't use it, then you can go to the bank next year after 1 year, and you can review it, and maybe you can get, lower rate of interest. So yes, this is a good facility, and go for it. Apart from having, a couple of credit cards, think about, having a line of credit as well, because I believe it will help you and your family in case of emergency.